Welcome and welcome back to the recipe experience. Today we are making baked macaroni and cheese from the McCall's cookbook, the 1973 edition. Now, this is not the first McCall's recipe that I've made. I've also made their sweet dinner rolls. Check out that video in the description below. It was quite an experience, but that experience and the deliciousness of those rolls led me to want to try another McCall's recipe. So here we are. Now, I love baked macaroni and cheese that's a little on the firm side, but other people, like my daughter, prefer a creamier dish. So we're going to try out this recipe and see where it lands. Either way, macaroni and cheese rarely disappoints. You'll need macaroni, butter, flour, salt, pepper, milk, and grated cheese. I do recommend grating your cheese by hand as opposed to using the pre-shredded cheese, but if that's all you got, that's all you got. It'll still turn out fine. You want to start by preheating your oven to 375. We also want to start cooking our macaroni as directed on the box. While the macaroni is cooking, grab another pan and add the butter and heat until it's just melted. Remove the saucepan from the heat and add in equal amounts of flour, your salt, and pepper. Stir to get a nice and smooth consistency. Now, if you don't cook that flour and you just stir the ingredients together and call it done, your end product is going to be nasty. That's a lesson I learned from many years ago when I tried to rush the process. Don't rush the process. The goal is to cook that flour taste out. This is your roux. And the roux not only brings the dish together, but it gives the macaroni and cheese a thicker sauce. So this is the base of your cheese sauce. Now slowly, while stirring, add in the milk. Put your pan back on the heat, medium heat, and bring it to a boil. As soon as your mixture comes to a boil, drop the heat to low and simmer. There are many recipe variations to macaroni and cheese, but we are going to try to stick as close to this recipe as possible. So after this simmers maybe a minute, go ahead and remove the pot from the heat. Stir in all of your cheese, reserving half a cup to the side. This half cup will be saved for the top. At this point, I want to thank you for visiting my channel where I take cookbook recipes and make them for the first time with you. And we see together how they turn out. And I give my honest opinion at the end. You may decide to try something new, who knows? So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more of the recipe experience. Now, although this recipe calls for 2 cups of cheddar cheese, I have never made macaroni and cheese with just one type of cheese. So I have 2 types of cheese that I'm going to try for this dish. I know it's deviating from the recipe just a bit, but we're going to see how it turns out. So just dump it in the hot roux and mix it well. Pour the cooked and drained pasta into the cheese sauce and stir it up. Now, if you don't like baked macaroni and cheese and you like stovetop type of macaroni and cheese, at this point, everything is cooked. So if you like that stovetop vibe, then just add all of the cheese, stir it well, and you're done. But since this recipe is baked macaroni and cheese, we'll continue. Stir this up well and then pour it into a casserole dish. Take the remaining half cup of cheese and sprinkle it on the top. Pop this in your preheated oven for about 15 to 20 minutes just to get that cheese on top a nice golden brown. I understand that everybody doesn't like the top of their mac and cheese to be too dark. And then you have some people who want to cook it until it looks like bread. It's so daggone dark and hard. That's not where we're going with this. We are going to bake until lightly golden brown. And here we have it. Baked macaroni and cheese according to the McCall's cookbook. This smells wonderful. I wish there was smell-o-vision. And it's actually a beautiful dish. Turned out really well. So let's taste it. Will I make this again? Probably. Sooner than I think. Next time I will use sharp cheddar and just add a little bit more pepper to my liking. All in all, it's not a bad recipe. I'd rate this one a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. Take that with a grain of salt. I have very, very high standards when it comes to macaroni and cheese. As a matter of fact, I can say in my almost 50 years, I have never had a restaurant macaroni and cheese score a 10 on my scale. And only a couple of relatives have made level 10 mac and cheese. So maybe I'm not the best one to score this dish. So if you try this recipe, let me know. I encourage you to try. And if you have some tips or tricks to suggest, leave a comment below. I do thank you for joining me in the kitchen today. I wish you the best. Until next time, God bless.